Hey guys, so we're gonna go over how to read your INBODY sheet. So hopefully you guys have your sheet in front of you and we can just kind of go through it. So we're gonna start in the top left of your sheet. So this is just gonna go over your body composition. So this just breaks down your intracellular water and your extracellular water. So that's just how much water is inside and outside your cells. And your body retains almost all of its water in its muscles. So this should add up to your lean body mass, or your lean body mass. Your dry lean body mass includes fat and your bone mass. Your body fat mass obviously is how much fat weight you have on your body. So the total should be your total body weight. So that's kind of what all those mean. And then if we go down to the muscle fat analysis, so this is just going to break down your total body weight, your skeletal muscle mass, which takes out that dry or the mass of your bones, and then your body fat mass, which is kind of the same info we have above. The only thing this adds is kind of a normal range. So on the sheet, anytime you see this little dash with an up and down arrow, that's going to be a normal range, and above and below normal. So, and then the skeletal muscle mass directly correlates with our basal metabolic rate. So those two things are directly correlated. So you're going to see as that goes up, your metabolic rate also goes up. So that's something that's really important. If we want to increase our metabolism, we're going to want to increase our total muscle mass. So something to keep in mind there. And this will we'll use that number to calculate out our macros later. So it's good to know where that is. Then we'll head down to our obesity analysis. The BMI, for our uses, you can kind of ignore that. That's kind of a useless number for us. That only takes into account your weight and your height. Then we've got our percentage body fat, probably the most important number on here as far as kind of getting an idea of your health level in terms of your body composition. So that's going to be really important, and we'll be watching that number. So again, the dash gives you your kind of percentage of normal, and then below that would be under fat, and below or above that would be over fat. So you kind of get an idea there. We're going to jump over to our segmental fat analysis. So it's going to take that body fat percentage and it's going to break it down into where you store your fat on your body. So the percentage numbers will give you, that's kind of just a arbitrary, it takes an average of people that are your height, weight, and age, and it gives you a percentage based off that. So if you see those below 100, that means you're lean compared to average for your height and weight and age. But really we can just use this to see trends. So if you most people hold most of their weight in their trunk, and if you see that you hold more fat in your lower body, so your trunk and your legs, that usually has a higher percentage of risk for disease. If you see it mostly in your upper body, your arms and your trunk, that would be a lower associated risk for disease. So, but we just kind of see trends there. Different body types hold their fat in different places, so you get to see that. We're gonna jump down on the right side of your paper to the visceral fat level. So this is really like a good health metric. This tells you how much fat you're storing in between your deep belly organs. And the number 10 is an important number. We want to be below 10. And that is associated with about a 50% decrease in risk for stuff like heart disease and diabetes and other big stuff like that. So we really want to see that as low as possible. So anything below 10 is good, and the lower it gets, the better. So if you're above 10, we got some work to do. So that's a good thing to keep an eye on. Jump back over on the left side to our segmental lean analysis. So it's kind of just like the fat analysis. It's just going to tell us where we store our muscle. And this is good to kind of cater your training if you find that your arms are really low and your legs are really high. There's an imbalance there. Maybe you should spend a little bit more on arm day, and vice versa. Maybe you're a skip leg day guy or gal, then we need to start doing some squats. So you'll see that fluctuation there. And again, those percentages are the same as here, kind of just a percentage of the average for your age and height and weight. So let's see, you can also tell, this is kind of useful if you have an injury. So let's say you injured your left leg and you're trying to rehab the left leg. You'll see that really low. And as you try to rehab it, you should see those two legs start to kind of come back into balance, and you know you're doing good. So that's kind of another thing for rehab uses. Let's jump down to our Ecw Tpw analysis. So this takes your intracellular and extracellular water and breaks it down into kind of a ratio. So a high, I don't know what to call that, that doesn't take so many words, but if you see this high, so where the up arrow is, that's going to be a trigger for maybe you have some inflammation caused by an injury, or you have some systemic inflammation, which is like full body inflammation caused by a disease process. So that's something to look into. If you see that really high, that's not a good thing. So it may take a little bit more digging, and if it's low, that's going to be better. Okay. And the rest of it, let's see, all we got on the bottom is just a history. So you're going to be able to kind of see your changes through time as we do more of these. So I think that's about it. If you guys have any more questions on specifics, or maybe you see a weird reading that you want clarified, feel free to reach out, shoot one of us a text with a picture maybe, or we can pull it up on our end and look it up. All right, have a good one, guys.